Alright, all this drama with Klay Thompson. The man Mike Korzemba just dropped a video on it. Let's check it out. Like, comment, subscribe. Simple.
Klay Thompson has officially signed with the Dallas Mavericks.
Crazy still to
the
think.
end of the Splash Brothers era, the end of a Golden State Warriors dynasty. And to be honest, with Klay Thompson, we are now left with a lot of questions. As at this current point in time, I do not think the hate for Klay could get any higher. Is he going to help raise this team to a new
He better, bro.
level, or is he going to be a shell of himself? That is what we're about to dive into. What's up?
Klay Thompson used to average at least 15 to 16 points in order for this to work. If he don't average at least 15 to 16 points, it ain't gonna work, bro.
Look over to Reddit where we find
It ain't gonna work.
such as this. Shake my head. What is Klay doing? Who is offering more than the 2-year, $48 million he got from Warriors?
Yeah, he wasn't rocking with the Warriors anymore.
Less money? Exactly.
That's only what it
Not
was.
the problem with the Warriors. His ego got hurt last season. I guess his feelings just got hurt. I got 25-year-old G's less washed than Klay. Yikes.
Now that right that's fucked up.
Brutal comments is right now a
That's
lot of
fucked
people
up.
believe that Klay Thompson's ego is getting in his way and that he still believes himself to be a star-level player and that the Warriors benching him last year and the way they treated him all season has clouded his judgment and that he is making some sort of mistake. And to be fair, the Warriors did offer Klay a 2-year, $48 million extension. However, Klay thought he was worth more. He bet on himself. He not only did not...
Buddy, you're not worth that, bro. Not anymore. This ain't 2017 no more. You need to take what you can get, find your role, and stick with it.
this money, but also
Klay thinks he's still him.
An insult from an organization where he
All
is
you could do is shoot now.
undoubtedly a
You can't play
legend.
defense.
During this offseason, it
Like-
has been reported that Klay really had no desire at all to re-sign with the Warriors after what happened in this past season. He felt disrespected from the team, and he had almost no communication with Golden State during the free agency period. As he made
No
it
desire at all is crazy.
This came after Golden State did bench Klay this season. It also came after he shot 0 for 10 in the playing game against the Celtics.
Listen, 0 for 10, and you're supposed to be the second best scorer on this team is crazy. And you think they was going to give you some crazy
As
bag?
we saw from the comments from Reddit, a lot of people believe that this is Klay's ego getting in the way of his rational thinking, but let's be honest. We are not Klay Thompson. We don't know exactly what happened between the franchise and
That's
Klay
true.
in these talks at first. The fact that it has gotten to this point is pretty shocking. Klay has been in the NBA for 13 years now, 2 of which he sat out with injuries, and all of those seasons it appeared he was a loyal potential lifer.
I think it was just time for him to get a change anyway, to be honest.
He was the second Splash Bro, a key piece of a core that won 4 championships, as Klay himself was a 5-time All-Star in the process. He is undoubtedly a Hall of Famer. He will be remembered forever
Facts.
for his giant contributions to the biggest NBA dynasty we have seen in the last decade. It's sad that somehow we are not going to have a happy ending to the Warriors and Klay's time together. I'm sure eventually this relationship will be mended, but here is what's not sad to me. If the goal is to win an NBA championship for both Golden State and Klay Thompson, if we're being honest with ourselves, this core just wasn't going to get there. Do we really think if Golden State re-signed Klay that they were going to be able to take down Denver or Minnesota or Oklahoma City or
Not at
Dallas next season? I think we can all agree that there's already 4 teams we have ahead of the Warriors as Steph and Draymond just get older. Now, I'm not sure where Golden State goes here, as after a failed attempt to get Paul George and after declining an apparent trade for Zach LaVine, Golden State's future is certainly uncertain. What I do think is Klay moving team seems to be best for every team.
You guys turning down Zach LaVine for Chris Paul, who you guys waived anyway? Crazy work, bro.
Which means
And y'all was getting rid of
we have
Klay
to ask
Thompson
ourselves,
anyways?
What exactly is Klay going to bring to the table next season? Is he still a championship caliber
That's
player?
crazy.
And the answer to me is an overwhelming yes. We
People
watch
forget
the
how
stars' games
crazy
get
good
worse
Zach
over
LaVine is,
time.
bro.
That is just the reality of sports. Father Time is undefeated. But we also see how much of a change in situation can have on a player. How sometimes when things are just not going right on one team, new scenery can fix that almost instantly. And with the Mavericks, Klay is now walking into a situation where he is going to be honestly asked to do less than he was before. Right now, people are piling on Klay. I get that. But what we have to keep in mind is how resilient this man is. Klay Thompson came back from missing 2 straight seasons with injuries at the ages of 29 and 30, and immediately helped the Warriors win an NBA championship. There have been many players in the league that after getting injured near the age of 30 were never able to come back and contribute in any sort of meaningful way. There are plenty of players who would have thought, I already won my rings, I already made my money, I already built my legacy.
Hey,
I don't need
he's
to
saying
work
nothing but
tremendously
facts
hard
right now.
each and every day to
I thought
get
that was
back
Big
on
Doss
the court.
TV for a
That's what
second.
Klay Thompson did. He obviously loves basketball. He obviously loves playing at a high level. Sure, his stock is low right now. Sure, he shot 0 for 10 in the playing game against the Kings. I get that. And I am not excusing Klay's mindset, but after watching his actions in this offseason, it is obvious that Klay was playing with 1 foot out the door in that playing game. Once Klay is locked into a new team, into a new scenario, it is very likely we are going to get that sharpshooter we just watched in the previous 2 years.
Klay.
We need to remember here that after missing those 2 seasons with injuries, Klay came back and was only able to play in 32 games in the regular season in 2022, but then in the playoffs, while Steph is remembered as being an absolute superstar, Klay more than held his own, averaging a key 19 points per game, the second most on the Warriors during
Listen,
that
bro.
title run, as Golden State took home
I don't
their
even know what to
4th
say.
NBA championship during this era. That was just 2 seasons ago.
This is actually just sad to witness, bro. We literally are witnessing the end of a dynasty, bro. Like, this is actually sad. Like, all jokes aside, this right here is sad. And I'm not even a Warriors fan.
Klay averaged 21.9 points per game in 69 regular season games while shooting 43.6% from the field. While his numbers did drop to 17.9 points per game this last year, Klay played less minutes and also played in 77 games, meaning that despite those injuries, he's still able to be a durable player.
Man.
And his shooting percentages were almost the exact same in the year where he was clearly not happy playing basketball. Playing for the Mavericks, Klay will not be expected to be the second option. As we know, Luka at times can be a one-man.
Yeah, you're gonna be like the third option, Klay.
Is a high-level.
You gotta be going crazy.
Second, which means Klay is going to be able to do what he does best: shoot the basketball as a spot-up shooter. As defenses struggle to contain Luka and Kyrie, while also keeping guys such as Derek Lively or Daniel Gafford from getting easy baskets. Tim Hardaway Jr. was not.
I actually like this fit.
Dallas was missing that knockdown shooter, and now they have it. While again, he is not going to be expected to carry the offense.
This 100% was the best move for Klay. 1,000%.
Much as he was expected to.
So I'm not really mad at it. Because this was the best move for Klay Thompson.
For the Warriors this season, Klay still averaged 14
100% the best move for Klay Thompson.
Most on the team. Jonathan Kuminga was still too young to take on a secondary role. Andrew Wiggins seems limited or just unwilling to.
Yeah, Wiggins had that one good year.
Both players averaged just around.
He's cooked.
If Klay was in a situation like Paul George, where PG is going to the Sixers and is expected to be the third star there, where he's expected to make a massive difference for that offense, then my thinking would be different. However, that's just not the case. When Ray Allen left the Boston Celtics, he went from being a member of Boston's Big Three to a man who averaged just 10.9 points and 9.6 points in his 2 regular seasons with the Heat, but still, he made a massive contribution to that roster and, of course, knocked down one of the biggest shots in NBA history.
Still can't believe this is real.
LeBron James' legacy as we know it. Klay is younger than Ray Allen when he left the Boston Celtics, and Klay has been putting up better stats than Ray Allen was when Ray left the Boston.
Klay Thompson is better than Ray Allen all time. I don't hear no one say anything else about it. Klay Thompson is better than Ray Allen all time. That's a fact. That is a fact. No one can tell me that's not a fact.
Klay Thompson is. He is a champion. He is a true warrior in the sense that he worked his way back from major injuries to get back to a level where he was able to get Golden State a 4th championship. When he is locked in, he is an absolute game changer for the playoffs, and while it is going to be a bit strange to see him in a
definitely going to be strange.
Do not understate that he is a championship level vet at the highest level. With the Mavericks, I expect big things. I expect some big playoff games. I expect him to be a high-level player in his new role. I expect him to have a true difference-making impact. With Golden State, things went sour. The fit was no longer there, but I think that will quickly be forgotten when we see Klay light it up yet again next year. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to the channel,
that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. We're out of here.